Hello everyone. So we've got just a little bit more to finish up this project, and then we can get back to MMO and the special, the 9000 special that I want to do, where we'll make a character and animate it and do a lot of stuff with it. So let's finish this one up real quick. And I don't know if y'all can see up here in the top left of my screen. On my screen I can see it, but I don't know if it's just on the TV. The volume button is messed up on my monitor, so if you see it going nuts, I'm sorry. Anywho, so we need to finish our knight guy off and make sure this is actually recording, because yeah, cool, good deal. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to get a death animation for the knight, and what I've gotten is I went to Mixamo, got the paladin character. Let me just refresh so you can actually see what's happening. So I selected the paladin character, and then I just typed in death on the animation side and got these three. So once you got those, we'll go in here to our enemies folder, go to the animations, and we'll import those three. So let's go downloads, get those three, bam. Then we'll apply it to our paladin skeleton and import. Now once those three are imported, when you download them, let's go back to Mixamo once this is done. Because to save a little bit of space, there's a setting you can do. Alright, so back on the Mixamo. So when you download, it's not going to update because I minimized, but when you download it, right here under skin, it'll say with skin. If you go without skin, it changes the size of the download, because you don't actually have to download the mesh since we already have it. You can just do without skin, and then it just takes the animation data. So that'll save a little bit of space. It takes it from like 15 megabytes down to like 500 kilobytes or something. So save real quick. We'll right click one of the death animations and create anim montage. This will be death 1. Get the next one, create anim montage, death 2. And the reason I got 3 is just because we're gonna kinda give it some variation. I think I just did the same one. No, that looks right. Alright, so let's go into the knight, and right here at the end of our event damage, where we're subtracting the health and then checking, we do our once. Right here at the death montage, we'll do, let's do a make array. And then for the, maybe it's not make array, how is it? Let's just do a select. And then from the select, we'll do a random. No, it's from here. Let's do random integer in range. And since we have 3 options, we'll do 0 to 2. Plug this in, add a pin, and now we got 3 options. So we'll do death 1 here, death 2 here, death 3 there, and then it'll pick a random one and then play it. We don't really need the destroy for the weapons anymore, so we can get rid of that. Compile real quick. The rest of our code should work fine, so let's go test it out real quick. Alright. Oh. He jumped straight out of it. Oh, let's open up the death montages because they're doing an auto blend out So let's dock this up here and get the other two also. Oh, it's gonna, okay. Well, we'll just do it this way. So over here on the left, there's a blend out option. Enable auto blend out. What that does is basically once the montage is done, it goes back to its other thing. We don't want it to do that, so we'll just have it. We'll just disable that on all three. That's the wrong one. And now let's give it a shot. All right. Oh. Well, that was aggressive. All right, I'm good with it. That's fine though. He stood no chance. But the animation's playing, so that's fine. Let's see, what we could also do is in case you attack them and they aren't in engage mode, we can just, right off the false, if they still have health, we can just call that chase player. Before we do that, we need to set our target. So we'll get the target, not get the target, we'll set the target. And we will get player character, because if the player character is the one doing the damage, then we can just plug in and say, hey, we have a target. That way it'll prevent any errors from running in case you sneak up behind them and attack them. It's not like they're going to turn around and be like, who's doing that? They'll have an idea once they see the person with the sword. Don't turn around. Ah, you turned around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, okay. Aggressive. I like it though. I don't know why, but I like it. Alright, so now we need to set up a way to have multiple stories to our dungeon if we wanted it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get one of our walls, take it out into Blender, and then make a ramp to go with it. So let's go into our level assets, find our doorway with the wall, and we will go into asset actions and export it. It's going to set it on the desktop and leave everything like that, and there we go. I'm doing it this way because I don't remember where I saved it on this computer. It's been gone in the shop for a while, and don't remember much about where things are saved. So here I am in the Blender. I'm going to A to select everything and X to get rid of it. Let me see. Python, where is it? There we go, okay. Alright, so now you can see what buttons I push. Alright, so let's go up to the file and we'll import that FBX that we just saved to the desktop of our doorway. So we'll import that right there. So what we want to do is we want to basically create a ramp that fits this wall size. So let's Shift A to add a mesh. We'll add a cube. Tab into edit mode to scale it down just a tiny bit. Scale it on the X to fit the doorway. And then we'll tab back out, grab it with G. It didn't pop up and say Y, but if you tap Y, then you move it on the Y axis, X for the X axis, Z for the Z axis. I'm sure you remember all this, but you know, just to let you know. So we'll kind of position it about where we would want it. I'm going to Shift A and add in a floor just to kind of visually represent. I'm going to move this up. I don't know why it looks like it's got the vertices, but okay. It looked like it was in edit mode for some reason. It is not. Alright, so we will edit this. Tapping 2 on the keyboard will take us into edge select mode. 1 for vertice selection, 2 for edges, 3 for face selection. But 2 is what we need, because I'm going to take this, grab it, and scale it down. 3 to face select. Grab it with G, move it with Y. Tab back out, move it a little bit further away. Let's see, a little bit further maybe. And then move that face. Then we'll E to extrude so we can have a flat portion. Push it to the wall. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll E to extrude. Move it somewhere about, well, we can do it here. No, let's do it here. We'll add in another door. Another wall with a door. 2 to edge select, and then just up to the top. We want it to kind of be in line with the top right here. To get it exact, you can go to this magnet icon and turn on snapping, and we'll do edge. So we'll take this edge to that edge, and then they'll be perfectly in line. Turn that magnet back off, go into face select, grab that face, and E to extrude out, and we'll just take it to the end right there. Now we got a little ramp that we can use to go up or down a level. This is kind of thin, so let's grab this face and this face, and just drag it back a little ways like that. Now to prevent any kind of texture stretching, let's go back to edge select and grab this one. And we'll just drag this back in line with everything. You can turn on that edge select mode if you want to, again, like this. And just hover over the line on this side and it'll be in line with it. So now we can duplicate this wall. Shift D to duplicate, Z to drag it straight up. We'll grab this and grab it, and Z to make it right in line with that wall. Turn that off, and then in edit mode we can go into face select, grab all of these interior faces. If you use the decimal point on your number pad, it'll help you. It'll hover in on what you've got selected and make it to where you rotate around that. Makes it a lot easier to select what you're trying to do. Just going through and shift clicking everything we want. I'm going to grab it with G and then just slide it to the left. Just like that. And now we got another doorway. Huzzah. Alright, so now we need to export these things. So let's select the ramp and we'll file, export, FBX. We want to make sure over in here on the include side we limit to what we have selected so that it only takes the ramp. Down here under geometry we want to go to smoothing face. We're not baking an animation and we have no armature, so we'll drop that down and hit add leaf bones. We want to uncheck that, and this will be saved to the desktop and it'll be our ramp. Now let's highlight that door, export FBX. This should already be set up, and this will be ramp doorway, and that'll work. Now we go back into Unreal, and I'm just gonna grab this floor, turn on my grid snapping, Alt and drag to create a copy, and just drag it over here. Now I'm going to import the doorway wall and the ramp, not shift select. I'm just going to control select and open those up. Do you want to overwrite the existing asset? Doorway wall? No? What did I overwrite? Did I save it as a door? Oh, I must have hit. I hit the wrong one. Alright, import, try this again. So it's ramp and ramp doorway. That's my bad. Not a skeletal mesh. Don't need to do anything. Import. There we go. Ba-boom. Alright. So now we can drag our ramp in. Probably should have adjusted some of the UVs, but we've gone over that before, so you know how to do that now. We'll just drag this ramp into place. As you can see, it fits pretty well for our floor. And then we'll grab this wall, duplicate it over, and highlight this wall in our content browser, right click, replace selected actors with doorway. And then we will duplicate this up, select this one, and replace selected actors. So because it's doing that because I didn't put it back on the ground before I exported it. So that is my bad. But we can make it work, that'll be fine. So we'll drag this up about in line with the floor, move it this way. And now you can have multiple story floors. We can grab this and it's kind of in there if you want to. It can also kind of drop down if you need it. Well, we can do this. There we go. And now we can test that door. So I'm going to right click and play from here. What happened? Oh. Oops. Alright, let's grab a light and take it out here so we can actually see what we're doing. And then we'll just drag another one right up there. Alright, right click, play from here. There we go, now I can actually see. Alright, let's make sure our ramp. We'll right click, we'll edit the ramp. Let's see what your collision looks like. So let's show simple oh. Alright, well let's remove your collision. And then we'll go alright. Collision, auto convex collision, and apply. Let's knock up that precision a little bit and then apply. Then we'll save, and then now let's try it out. There we go. Neat. Oh, gotta do the same thing for this. Alright, so we will right click, edit my ramp doorway, show collision, and auto convex, apply. Nope. Precision, add some more holes, apply. Maybe more verts, apply. Okay, we'll just remove the collision. Try it again. Just gotta crank everything up to the extreme so we find you're gonna work for me somehow, some way, for some reason. You're not gonna work at all. We'll just apply that. Let's see, what if we do complex collision? Yeah. Now stop showing simple and show complex. That'll be fine. This'll be fine. So play from here. Climb the ramp. Run through the door. Huzzah! We're here. So now what we can do. There is one more thing we need to do in Blender. It's because I hate this table so much. It's an insult to my family. Let's go into Blender. We'll just delete you, delete you, delete you. What? It just got the dots. I knew they were there. Alright, let's import FBX Blender Manny, huzzah. Alright, so I want a better looking table, because I hate that other table. So we'll add in a mesh of a cube, drag it up, kind of scale it down on the Z, scale it down on the Y. That looks a bit better. And now what we can do is just Shift D to duplicate that, we'll S to scale, and we'll Shift Z so that it scales on everything except the Z axis. And then we'll scale it down on the X, scale it down on the Y, scale it up on the Z, grab it down on the Z. I'm gonna get rid of this floor real quick because I'm going to press Control and 7, that way I can see from the underside. Seeing a bit too much of the mannequin. Let's move him over here. And then we'll just grab this and set it towards the edge, scale it on the X. And then now we will add a mirror modifier. So mirror, we'll mirror it across the table so that it's on the other side. And we'll do it on the Y also, and then we just have one leg, but it creates the other 3 for us. So now we can edit this one, and anything we do to it is applied automatically. So we'll Control A to apply the scale, tab into edit mode, tap 2 to go into edge select, click that edge, shift click that edge, shift click that edge, and shift click that edge. Control B to bevel, holding shift to see, you can either go like really quickly, or you can do shift and it slows it down, makes it more precise. So I like that. I'm going to scroll up 1-2 times on the wheel to add a little bit more curvature. I like that. That's looking better. You can add, what would a bevel do here? I'll add a bevel modifier, why not? Because it affects the bottom of it. We'll Control R to add a loop cut. Left click, right click to make sure they stayed centered. And then I'll just do that. Why not? Why not? Basically just have fun with it. I'm gonna alt click this one on the bottom and just double tap G to move it down and then scale it in. I'm gonna do the same to the top one. Let's just double tap G, move it up, and scale it in. Then we'll grab this top again, Shift D to duplicate it, move it down, and scale it on everything but the Z to be right in there. And why not? That looks like a table. That looks enough like a table for me. I'm good with it. So we'll Control A to apply these modifiers. Select that, shift click the legs, and shift click the top. Control J to join them into one mesh. Then you can do your texture application as you please, which I'm just gonna, I'm gonna grab this top face and just move it up a tiny bit just to prevent those legs tops from coming through. So then you can do your texture application. I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit from taking up too much time for y'all. You can also go through and add these ridges like this if you like, in order to put those gaps in the table. So you would just basically Control B and bevel, scroll down to get rid of that, and then X, delete the faces. Then you can go through on edge select and just tap this one, shift tap that one, and F to add a face in between if you wanted it to be that kind of table. I'm just going to leave it solid top because I'm fine with it. Anything looks better than that other one. It'll look like hot garbage. So let's export this one out. FBX. Let's see. Not hot garbage table. Everything over here should still be set up, but just in case, make sure it's selected objects only. Geometry, smoothing the face. Export our not hot garbage table. Hot garbage. Look at that. Look. Ugh. Alright, let's go into our props folder. Where is it? Is this not where the oh, there it is. Alright, we'll import not hot garbage. NHG table. And then we'll just replace this one with that one. And then rotate. That looks, even without a texture, it looks so much better. But let's just find like a brown. Where's your textures? Let me see. Chest base. Alright, it's called chest base. We'll double click and open up this. And that's fine. Yeah. Alright, so now you are ready to go through and kind of just add in different, let's see, hang on. What is your texture called? Dungeon wall mat. Alright, let's see how this would look with the dungeon wall mat. Ooh, that's rough. So let's just create a new one for it. I'm just gonna right click. It's just gonna be right here. You would probably want to go through and put them in the right. You know what? I don't want to show a bad example. Get out of here. Delete you. So let's go into the textures. There ain't none. Okay, we'll just do it here. Why not? Dungeon ramp mat. Double click and open it up. Double click and open it up. There we go. Holding 3 on the keyboard and left clicking, you can get a constant 3 vector, which you can double click this little wheel right here. I'm going to make it just kind of a stone-ish gray kind of color. Plug that into our base color. Move it up. Holding 1 on the keyboard, you can get a constant, and this will go into roughness, and I'm just going to, it's stone, so it's got a constant roughness of 1. We'll apply that. Even though the UVs have been kind of stretched, it doesn't matter because this isn't really a texture, it's a flat color, so it'll just look like that. Almost looks like a metal ramp. Might need to be just like a little bit darker gray. So let's go, it's 0.1 right now, let's go 0.05. We'll just save everything real quick. Alright, so we can kill our knights, we got doors, we got our treasure that we're after. So if you wanted to design your level out, and let's say you wanted, I'm gonna bump this up to 50. Let's go through real quick. Let me just go into unlit mode. If I seem like I'm in a hurry, I apologize. I want to get this video done for y'all so that the next ones we can go back to the stuff like the MMO series and all that. And then I got another special video for hitting 9,000, so I want to do that with y'all. I think y'all are going to really like that one. And then we'll just kind of design a little level. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just kind of alt clicking and dragging around. Because of the way we set things up, it'll work out pretty decently. Rotate. Put it in place. You too. That'll work. And then you can go here. Browse to asset to get back to our walls. Replace with this. Move it up. Let's say this is the treasure room, so we'll just have this here and this here. Let's move that one in a little. Oh, probably needs to rotate. That'll work. And then we can put our treasure. Where's our treasure? Prop? Ain't a prop. Interaction. Main treasure. There it is. Alright, so we can just like set it here. Oh. Just gonna shift click everything, drag it down. Too much. Up, up, up. Alright. That's fine. Oh. Grab this wall and take it this way. And we'll grab are you two? Okay. Then we'll grab pretty much all these walls with control clicking to multi-select. Set this back to 50. Alt drag to move it up. Maybe leave it at 10 because apparently that's better. And we'll do this one also. Should have just done that one to begin with. Dungeon wall. Right click this one. Replace. Bam. Then we can drag these floors up. Let's see, we can move these walls out a little bit. There we go, now it's not clipping. Grab this floor, same thing, duplicate it up. The underside of the floor is still bad. Let's right click and edit the dungeon floor. And if we go into unlit mode, then we can set this. You know what? Let's just use that same dungeon floor. You can use a different one if you like. That's gonna work fine for this. So the light, set it up about here. These lights we might need to adjust the strength of. Since they're so much higher, they might need to be. Let's go into lit mode and double check. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Looks alright. Let's see, do we have a post-processing volume? Let's go into our exposure settings. Maybe make this a 2. 1.5. 2. 80. 0. 8. I don't remember how that one works now. Let's see, local exposure, shadow contrast. 0.5. Whoa, 0.8. Now I'll just leave it the way it was. So now you got some blanket lighting to where you can kind of go around and see what's all happening with your stuff. And what we can do. And what we can do now is you can just kind of decorate, add enemies. You can go up a level, down a level, build the level to your heart's content. I'm going to add a door right here just to prettify. Bam. Alright. And then you can do the same thing. Add doors where you need them. Fix floors where you need it. Because apparently I do. We'll just grab that and kind of move it that way. Are you overlapping? Of course you are. So we'll just kind of adjust everything as needed. Move it 1. There we go. Should be fine. It is. Huzzah. Alright. Should be fine. It is. Huzzah. There's the final treasure. So just to find out, let's do a quick playthrough of everything. Alright, I'm going to ignore you and pretend you don't exist. We can heal. We got treasure chests we can open. Gold bags we can collect. Keys to unlock doors. No fire. There's a problem. Alright. Let's say we got props. We got die aggressively. Y'all are doing the same animation every time though. So we got this. Let's go up and grab this treasure. Jump off. Escape. Escape. Make a break for it. You don't exist. You're a figment of my imagination. Congratulations in the top left. And it exits. We're done with all that. Now let's go back to the night and see why you're trying to only do one death option. Random integer in range. Alright, well let's go to the night and set its health to like 1. Compile that. Go to the night. Just gonna duplicate a bunch out real quick and see if they all do it or if it's just been a coincidence. Like that. They killed me. Alright, fine. I should have prepared better. Hey, buddy. Die. Same. Oh no, that's a different death. Yeah, they're dying different deaths. It just looks the same each time. Yeah, they're dying different deaths. All right. So now let's say you've gone through and you've, designed your level. You got enemies placed, props placed. You got the gold bags where you want them. Keys, everything's all ready to go. You've got your final room with your treasure and all that jazz, and you want to... I'll show you how to do some particle stuff in another one. Let's just finish this off. So let's say you want to package it. So let's go up into File and say, alright, I'm done creating my my game. I'm ready to package it out. So you'll go to File. It used to be Zip Project, not Zip Project. Build and submit. Well, let's build everything real quick. Why not? How do you package a project now? It used to be just up here, File, you just go and you build it. They've changed so much, bro. Alright, let's... Come on. Come on. Alright. Oh, it's probably... Oh. Okay, hurry up. Get it done. I got this computer out the shop and it's still acting funky on me, man. It's slow. This should be done already. Next videos will be done on my laptop because it's a little bit more reliable than this big desktop computer I have, as sad as that is. Platforms. Let's see. Packaging settings. And we're going to be doing this on PC. I don't think there's really anything we need to do differently. I don't usually. But for build configuration, we'll say in development or debug. If you're fully done with everything and you have no debug, you want to make sure, or you want to send this out to other people to play, you just set this to shipping. But for right now, we're going to just do a development build. So under platforms, under Windows, There it is, content management. We will package our project. We'll pick a place to package. I'm gonna right click, new folder, Dungeon Divers. Select that folder and then packaging project. Here's your little show output log so you can kind of see the progress. Alright, so the packaging completed, but I made a mistake, so we need to go to the maps and modes and make sure that the game default map is set to our dungeon. Otherwise, when it opens up, it's going to be on the wrong one. So I'm going to set this to dungeon on both. And repackage. Huzzah. That's why it took so long. So let's go back to platforms, Windows, package project. And we'll just replace the one we did. Show output log, and we'll check back once it's done. Bye. Alright, the packaging completed. I did cut most of that out because it took like 30 minutes, but now we can go to that folder we created. You'll see this Windows folder, and then right here at the bottom is the executable application. Hang on, I'm sorry. Alright, let's try this. Double click. And yeah, ignore how blocky it's moving. That's just, there it goes. At first it's got to compile all the shaders, but yeah, there's our game. Now the only problem that you will have is, since this door is locked, you got to find the treasure, and we don't really have a way to escape the game, because if you tap the escape button like you do in the editor, it's just gonna keep going. You can hit Alt F4 to get out, but I'm going to show y'all in a separate video unrelated to this one how to set up an escape menu. Probably should be related to this one, but you can apply it to this one. So, but for all intents and purposes, this one's done. We're good to go. Let's move back on to, I got something special for y'all coming soon for hitting 9,000 subscribers. I thank you very much. And then we're going to get back into our MMO series. We got some more left to do in the RPG series, and then there was something else that I can't quite remember at this particular moment, but it's there, and we'll do that too. So I will see y'all soon. Alright, let's Alt F4, get the F out of here, and the F4 out of here, and that's it. Alright, it's been fun. See y'all. Bye.